Hey, I'm here with Kerdu, and we just finished our VIP coaching business sprint. And I'm just so proud of the progress that you have made. And I would love to have a brief conversation and ask you a couple of questions. Is that all right?
Yes, of course.
All right, great. So tell me a little bit about where were you before we started that sprint, and what made you actually reach out and actually book this VIP coaching business sprint?
Yes. So first of all, thanks again for this really valuable and really quick um progress that we made together. And I feel that when I reached out to you, I was in a space where I kind of had an idea where I want to go, but I was unclear about it. And because of that, because I'm a coach and I knew that when I hear myself using the word stuck is
Mhm.
where I need to do something. And because of our first call that we did, I got so much value from that already, and that you helped me to kind of see something that I wasn't seeing myself. Then that kind of um, made me reach out to you this time, because I was like, okay, I think like he really understands where I'm trying to go, and that's how I decided to get this extra help that even coaches need sometimes.
Yeah, beautiful. Right? As coaches, we all need a coach, and sometimes we get stuck in sort of the tunnel vision, or we're just grinding, right? Like going, and it's just very valuable in this in a period of like basically 2 short days, right? Together, we we created a lot of things together. So, tell me, what did you think was most valuable of our time together?
Mhm. I believe that when I really became clear about the vision where I want to take my business, because I was in a process where I kind of had an idea, but I didn't have that clarity behind it, and I knew the niche that I wanted to work with, but it was kind of hard to find the clarity in it. And I believe that once we started, and that's what I really loved about the process and working with you, that you went back and you started understanding what my values are first, in order to really make sure that these values are, incorporated in my business, because obviously that's where it all starts, with your own values. And I believe that, yeah, just a mixture of these two, and then having the clear vision that really fires me up.
Beautiful. How are you feeling now about your business prospects go moving forward? Like, what feelings that do you now have about where your business is going to go to?
Honestly, I think it's something that again that I believe was within me for some time,
Hmm.
and now I think that it's a combination of basically who I used to be and who I am now, and being able to serve and coach uh, these ideal clients. It just gives me so much more power, and I feel that. Like I said, I have so much more clarity, and the clarity, I think, is always step number one, because when we are unsure about something, then that's what keeps us stuck. And like I said, I just started taking these massive actions already, like as soon as we got off the call yesterday. And I just keep, like sharing about my new identity, and about like my new vision, and the response that I get from people when I share that it's so positive, that they basically can see it with my energy, and they are like, oh yeah, like that makes sense, like that is like so you. And it was me this entire time. It was just that I wasn't really clear about it before.
Yeah, but it's like what I've noticed with you, even in our time together, is that like that it's exactly what you said. You gaining that clarity, you becoming very clear on who's that person that lights you up, that you serve, and go much more granular in terms of like what do they really want, and then having a compelling offer that speaks exactly to these needs. And not only that, we created actually that 30-day roadmap for you that you have already started to implement. And I've just seen that enormous energy that like you felt you grew and you became more and more confident even in the process of our coaching sessions together. And just the fact that you immediately took action and actually started to implement that roadmap, that is just super freaking awesome. So well done on that. So what is the biggest thing that has shifted for you in that process? Like what is it? What is now different than before?
I think you put it perfectly when you basically told me yesterday on the call that, okay, well, you have a new identity now. How do you feel about it? It's really true because before that, I was basically identifying myself as a mindset coach, and that's who I am. That's what I do. But just to get into that more detailed about, being the athlete transition coach, like that makes sense to me now.
Mm,
And I think just, this small shift, and I think also what's important for to understand, and I hear it all the time, that it's super important for you to like keep your niche. And I think I was kind of afraid to let go of like, okay, like if I'm gonna take this straight athlete niche and letting go of these like like leaders or high achievers, then like that was kind of like holding me back, you know. That's why I wanted to keep things more broad. But
mm.
it's basically the other way around. Now when I feel, that I say that I'm athlete transition coach, it's more empowering for me than just to say I'm a mindset coach.
Absolutely, and they will still come.
Yeah.
Like you will still attract these people through your personality and all of that. And but that's a message shift that you have made. So again, congratulations. Has been absolutely privileged working with you. If you would say like, what are a couple of things that you have noticed about me as your coach, like about my style, some of the things like you've found to be true in our coaching.
I mean, definitely, you go above and beyond, and I felt that you just took the time that was necessary to make sure that this process and this strategy is basically where I feel that okay, now I'm ready to move on, and now I'm ready to take this on from here. That I feel like that's the main thing that I got from working with you, was that you didn't just like kind of slap things together and like like, oh, here you go. It was, I really felt that like you were just as excited about this as me, and your sincerity and authenticity, I think, was what was the biggest takeaway for me as well.
I really appreciate you saying that. It's, there's magic, and as coaches, we know that if we work with the right ideal clients, then we can really create magic together. And I think that's what we did. It was absolutely fire. I see you were wearing a Firewalker shirt. Absolutely amazing, and keep on being as courageous as you have already shown. And yeah, like I wish you all the best for with your coaching empire and the movement that you're creating, because it's much more than just about yourself. It's really about, like tell us what it's about. Like give us a one like
Yeah.
a small pitch about what you're building.
Yeah, I'm building athlete entrepreneurs, meaning that I used to be a professional basketball player. And when I was a basketball player, I had no idea that you can train your mind just like you train your body. And then once I was done with basketball, I didn't know what my next step is. What is my next passion? And then I discovered that. And now I'm helping athletes to train their mind and go on and beyond the game, in the game of sports and life after that, so they can really just have the life that they want while they're playing and afterwards.
Yeah, so you came full circle, and like
Yeah.
your personal story is now so aligned with the business that you're building. So
Mhm.
yeah, well done. What would be your final words for someone who's on the fence of maybe investing in a VIP coaching business sprint?
Honestly, I was because it's for me to take this step financially, as I am building my business right now, and as my biggest, I would say, obstacle or challenge is to create that regular money flow, then that was the scarcity that was holding me back. Like, okay, I know I want this, I know I need this, but how am I going to make it work? But I just basically followed my instinct. I was like, but if I'm not going to take the steps, then what am I going to do? It was kind of like,
Yeah,
so I just basically broke that scarcity, like feeling, and I was like, okay, I can figure it out, and I did. So that was something that I just had to get over.
fantastic. And I see that like it's just in that, as Tony Robbins says, right? In the moment of
Yeah,
decision that
yeah,
our destiny is shaped.
yeah,
And that is like it's sometimes it just takes the courage to say, you know what, like, I'm all in, let me do this.
yeah,
So if you're listening to this and you like what we have created together, Kerdu and I, in terms of that VIP coaching business sprint, do get in touch. It's really a very powerful magnetic process where we go very, very deep, and we use AI to amplify what we built together. So reach out. I only do maximum 2 spots per month because it takes literally, there's 10 hours of my time involved to really do this process well. So thank you again for sharing with us. Right. Thank
it was
you.
my pleasure.